So the topic name is the CDM process introduction. What is the CDM? The CDM it's clinical data management, and in simple ways. So what is the definition of a CDM? So the CDM it is the if the clinical trials or a laboratory tests are created the data and managed by the software and submitted to the FDA in the file, in the form of file. So that data is called as the CDM, means the clinical data management. And what is its importance? If any no mistakes or no error are happen in that, with having the 100% accuracy of that having that data, so it's the main importance of the CDM. And what is the process of CDM? So these process are started with the sponsor. That sponsor are hire the guys for the clinical trial or hires the volunteers in means of volunteers. Then they are sent the report to ETMF form, and this ETMF form are your all informations like that, their volunteers name, age, their sign symptoms, etc., then their address, then its habit वगैरह etc. are mentioned in that trial or in that file, and that regarding to trial and your people involved, that their resume should be reported, sent file to the company. Then after the company are generate the ETMF of that file. So after completing the ETMF, that having the 100% accuracy to manage all the data, and after and in last that data are sent to the FDA for the approval. Then its first step, that is the clinical data management. So what is the clinical data management? This CDM it refers to the management of a data capture and data flow process in conduct of the clinical research. It begins with the design of a data capture instrument and collection of data collection, continues with the data to process to assure the quality of aspects of process, and ends with the database finalization. And then next, that is the objectives of CDM. So what is the objectives of the CDM? First objective, that is that collected data is completed and accurate, so that result are correct. Then second one, that trial database is complete and accurate and the true representations of what took place in a trial. Then third one, that is that trial database is sufficiently clean to support and statistical analysis and its subsequent presentations and the interpretations. Then the CDM process. So what is the whole CDM process? The first one, that is subject. That subject goes to the investigator. Then the investigator get the sample. Then the CRF and CRF means what? It is the case reference file. In that sent to the monitor. That monitor get response to the data manager. The data manager are sent to the statistician for clinical data. Then that statistician are report the review by NDA and after the NDA it get sent to the regulatory authority to give the approval. Then that is the whole process of CDM. Then the CDM development and tracking. So what is the development and tracking? The CRF is completion guideline is printed as a part of the CRF. This training session are conducted for the investigators and AC during the study of initiations meeting, receipt and tracking of the CRF. Tracking process encompasses the verifications of arrival date and its acknowledgement and its process is through. So what is the process? That first one, that is the login. Second one, it's a scanning. So scan the paper in the electronic form. Then third one, that is the image review. Means what? It is the sent through the email or fax. Image review means what? That data, that scan copies are collected from login or from the subject to send in the form of email or a fax to the data enter manager. Then after it's sending the data enter manager or enter the data and enter data in the software. Then after last one, that is the after the data entry, it goes to the verifications for the quality checker, and the quality checker are check their quality and check the errors. Some errors are happen in that file, and that and then gives the approval. Then next topic, that is the data dictionaries. So what is the data dictionaries? That is the meta dictionary. It's most important in the data management. Second one, that is WHO and WHOART. Third one is the ICD, means International Classification of Diseases. Last, that is fourth, is the FDA and COSTART. Then the EDC process. What is the EDC process? It is the develop ECRF along with the monitoring statistics, then the regulatory affairs and a medical team. Ensures, that is collection of safety of a data, use friendly screens, flexibility of data entry, validations procedure, query management tools, audit trials, data transfer, integration of laboratory and other non-safer codes. Then data storage. What is the data storage? That backup the copies to be taken frequently. Paper documents should be scanned and electronically archive. Then third one, that is database design specifications, raw data, audit trail, original study documents, procedural verifications, documentations, database closure, site copies of data, final data, that is the SAS transport, CDISC, ODM model. External data. What is the external data? That is the vendor specific training, vendor audit, data clarification process, utilization standards such as the CDISC, data editing and verifications procedures, file formats, data transmission, database updates, data storage and the archiving. Last, that is the coding. The coding in that the auto encoder, dictionaries, process for change in the dictionaries of version, same version to be used for the combined study, training, process for the submitting changes in the dictionaries. Last one, that is the data cleaning, in which the purpose, characterization and complexity of a study, critical variables are involved, in which the two critical variables are involved. The first one, that is primary and secondary safety and efficacy. Second one, that is the subject identifiers. Third one, that is the documentation of in that first one of the procedure, guidelines, working practice, reference, testing the process, etc. So all the points are covered in CDM. So the today's topic is covered. Thank you.